Hello, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Did want to talk a little bit today about Elon Musk shutting down all these companies, but first I would like to just say, no matter which side of the aisle you're on, when you see the super elites trying to force their way into the Department of Education, it just has to kind of make you smile. They try to force the door open, realize they can't because they're not particularly strong at all. I mean, these are people that are used to having everything handed to them on a silver platter. So, first they get stopped by a door lock. After that, they then, of course, get stopped by a security guard. Like I said, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, but watching the super elites failing so badly trying to force access to a building and realizing how everyone else in the country treats a locked building, well, I find that pretty refreshing, not gonna lie. But I have seen, Elon Musk and all these jobs being cut. And I mean, whatever your feelings are on that, I mean, that's up to you. I would like to advise everyone to not become violent one way or another, because that's just going to lead to more problems. Now, obviously, at the time of recording this, Elon Musk apparently is going to ask people in the Pentagon, ask might be the wrong word, but you get the idea, to verify what they're doing. Now, for something like that, I don't know what Elon Musk's what his level of clearance is. So it may not be particularly a good idea for people in the Pentagon to tell them exactly what they're doing. I think probably a high amounts of that stuff is very classified. So I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out. Like I said, at the time of recording this, when this actually comes out, it may have already been resolved, but let's see how it goes. But like I said, as far as these jobs go, I mean, there are some people who think this is a terrible idea. There are some people who think this is a great idea. I'm going to probably go with the later, and for a very simple reason. Like everyone else, I do not want to see someone lose their job. However, pretty much every single other industry in the country is short-handed people. well, the government is bloated. We only have so many people in the country to do the job, and after COVID, we have even less people. Unfortunately. So, I mean, if they lose their cushy job in the government, there's a good chance they could be able to get a different job someplace in the rest of the country that needs additional people. I mean, if you are at an airport and your flight gets canceled, that can be a problem for you. And, you know, as far as getting someone to help deal with the gain of a new flight, that's in of itself pretty problematic because they just don't have the people for that, and that's kind of the case in every industry in the country right now. Let's see if I'm ever better at driving a boat than I have been. There is a desert right over here that I can harvest for plants if I need to, or sand if I need to. But maybe I'd head across the ocean a little bit and see what else is out here. Like I was saying, I mean, assuming the businesses can stop doing their crazy stuff. Yeah, I'm high. Remember after the Great Recession ended, all these companies were saying stuff like, oh, well, the reason we're not hiring any people is because there aren't any qualified people. What they weren't mentioning at the time is qualified people was people who were currently employed. So if we could just get the businesses to consider people who are unemployed to be qualified, they fix this problem real fast. However, that's weird. Or if the businesses aren't willing to help themselves, there is the option of having the government pass a law for to stop discrimination against people who are unemployed as not being qualified. Which, I mean, obviously no one really wants to do that one, but maybe it'd be a good idea to, yep, I'm lost. Oops. Just, I mean, clearly the best idea is that the businesses realize, hey, we need workers, and there's a lot of available workers if they continue to downsize the government like that. So, but like I'm saying, just don't be hostile towards people because they worked in the government, and if you do work in the government, there's a good chance that even if you lose that job, you'll still be able to get another one. I know the news media, this country wants to hype this as much as humanly possible, but I think maybe calmer heads should prevail. Oh, I've already been over to this area a couple times already. Last time I was over here, I was harvesting sand, which I didn't finish because of nighttime, and I didn't want to be in the middle of the desert during the middle of the night. Plus, I didn't have this wonderful shovel with me. If you're a big fan of Minecraft mobs, maybe cover your ears for the next 5 seconds. Maybe 20 seconds. Last time I was over here, I killed a few rabbits. Because there is a butcher in the village that wanted rabbits. 4 raw rabbit for a gem, which seemed to be a good price to me, so I decided to take advantage of it. I need to find a better way to get over here. I would like to find a pale forest. I know I built that boathouse mostly out of sandstone and spruce and whatnot, but I was thinking, at least on some degree, I might actually like to build another one out of, at least to some degree, from the pale wood. I mean, I kind of kicked around the idea when I was building this one about using marble for a white block, but I think that pale wood would probably work a little bit better. And I was thinking, right out here, you have these dark oak beams, and maybe you'd have some sort of facade on the front that's just white. Like, well, basically, when I was a kid, there's a Six Flags Great America right by Chicago, and one of the rides there was a flute ride called the Yankee Clipper, and there's a lot of white wood around it. Excuse me. Okay, so you were wondering, I had that other disease, other than COVID, at the beginning of February, and still rearing its ugly head for symptoms. And that was right after having COVID at the beginning of January. So, but it's the other disease, which is creating a bit of a frog in my throat. Okay. Try to eat the chicken, then I fall asleep. But anyway, like I said, I had this flume ride, the Yankee Clipper, in Six Flags Great America. And I think sort of a white wood on the outside of a boathouse like this would look pretty good. So if I were to make another boathouse, I'd probably want to at least have some part of the roof here be like a wood. Maybe, I don't know, either the very front beam being like the pale wood, or possibly even just put it outside here. I maybe should put it outside of this one, to be honest. Something else, though. I don't know, I suppose leave a comment down in the chat, or not the chat, well, the comment section. But what type of wood do you think would look good as an outside facade here? Or even stone. I suppose I could do something in stone too. Now what I'm ripping out here, originally I was going to put chests and then have some sort of other alcove here. But I have decided I want to put some sort of fireplace over here. Now I have been getting bricks, because I feel like a fireplace should have bricks. But I will have to probably tear out this wall, so I'll probably do that off of camera. And then of course have the might have to reimagine what I'm going to do with this beam here. I mean, I'm 99% certain it is actually on top of the sandstone wall, so structurally speaking it should be fine here, but if I'm going to be pulling out that wall, I may have to come up with a different plan. But we'll have to see what we want to do there. Do have a couple flower pots. I was going to put up some shelves over here. I don't want to be something I'm going to be walking into. I changed these doors from the original way to swing this way instead. I used to, swing open the other way, and so I would open it to go running through it and then walk into the door. So I changed the position of these doors to be a little bit different than what's standard, but more functional. But anyway, I think I'll leave that video here. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching this, and have a great day. Have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye-bye.